How's it going, everybody? My name is RndmBlkGuy, and today on Tech Taylor we're going to be going over the Rode VideoMicro microphone and why this might be the perfect mic for you. Now, I'm going to be going over a few little things about the mic, and I'm sorry that the video is a little bit later. I wanted to do it closer to the time I did the unboxing for it, but I felt like testing out a little bit longer to kind of finalize my thoughts was probably the best way of going about it. So with this microphone, let's kind of just jump into why this will probably be for you. Because again, technology can be good or cheap as it wants, as long as it has some value for you. If not, essentially it's worthless. With the VideoMicro, the number one thing that it has going for it is that it's a small mic for your big camera. The microphone could be used for any camera that allows a plug-in for it. And of course, that plug-in also powers the mic. It's kind of like as simple as the VideoMicro that's for the cell phone, except this fits into the top of the camera and you can use this as any way as you please. But it's the fact that it has such a small factor that it won't take up too much in your bag, or if you have to carry it in your hand, it's not such a thing to fret, especially if you're not going to be walking around with that fuzzball anymore. The second thing that I would say that this would be good for is for vlogging. This, if you're trying to vlog with your camera and maybe you already went the step into buying a more expensive camera but cannot make that step to buy a $100 or $200 microphone for it, this $60 option is for you. For what this mic provides, it actually is a not that bad mic. It's very clear in some aspects, especially if you're in an open area. So this is actually more of, I would say, the budget solution, even though $60 is something that you could probably still search around to see if you can find a better microphone. In my case, I still like using my other microphones, the Smith Victor, when I do videos like this. But in this case, and the fact that it's just something that is not too bad and is really simple to use without having a big cord, it's really good for when you're on the go. The third reason why you would want a microphone like this, if you want a microphone that works really well outside. Now, a lot of vlogs can have it inside and outside depending on who does the video. But it's nice to try to be able to block as much as the sound outside when you're walking or going about, or maybe you're riding on any of those kind of scooters or rollerblades, that this microphone doesn't pick up a lot of the noise. And with the included wind thing, that kind of how that accomplishes that. Honestly, this microphone works better outside sometimes than it does inside. As long as you're in an open area, then this mic actually takes advantage of being able to capture your voice, especially if you're in front of it. And it does a good job of blocking everything out behind you. Again, this is the shotgun microphone, so it's going to get everything that what you're seeing now as the focus and try to hide a lot of the other stuff. Sometimes when you're right behind it or directly behind it, it just won't pick up any other voices at all. So that's good when you have a lot of, let's say, notifications on your phone and it keeps going on during videos, that it has a good chance of just not picking it up. Alright, so this is the VideoMicro outside. It's during the day. I have a good amount of noise going on around me, and you can hear for yourself what's kind of getting picked up. Let's see if this is acceptable to you. Right now I got the little puff on here to kind of block out some of the wind that's happening. So this is kind of like a live test. There you go. The fourth reason why you would use this microphone is probably like an odd reason, but I feel that I've seen them use it before like this and it works out really well for them, is that if you're still using your mobile phone to record video and you have a rig to go with it that allows you to tie this onto it, then this will work out for that rig. There's a lot of rigs going out for mobile phone ranging from $28 to $100 some odd dollars that allow you to equip different lenses on your phone and be able to equip microphones like this one on it, so that way you have a little bit more production value setup with your smartphone. But this is one of the microphones that I really recommend it for that. Some of the rigs can be a little bit more expensive, and if you are out going to get a new phone to do everything, again, a budget microphone like this tend to not be such a bad option, especially if it works well. So with a microphone like this, you have options to use it for the cell phone, but the reason why I put it at the low on like my fourth reason is because this shouldn't be the first thing you run out for your phone if you can still work with just getting the VideoMicro, which will already just stab into your aux cord and just kind of roll with that. It's a little bit easier to deal with, and it doesn't take up a lot of space. Now, here we come for how I feel about the device. And honestly, the device itself is not bad for what I was using it for, and the stuff that I can do if I'm going outside, I will probably use this more rather than worry about my 2-story cable that the Smith Victor has. However, kind of just like the other video mic, I like trying to use it inside can sometimes might be a little bit more of a problem. Right now, I have the setup like this because I like to take up videos like this with the background and everything and be close. However, this is probably the one time that this video mic has worked best when I'm inside, besides just recording in my living room. The thing is, the further that this mic is out, the less that it can grab you. And if I start to use my prime lens with this camera, which is set at a certain millimeter, it doesn't really work out by catching my voice, and my voice sounds a lot more spread out, even though it's getting all the information here. So with it right now, I am a little bit more than arm's away distance from the camera, and it's doing a pretty good job of picking up my voice now. But if there's any other noise or stuff right here, that maybe if I have something going on this side, it's going to pick those up very clearly, which my other microphone, it being a condenser mic, only picks up here. So normally a product like this I would probably have returned, only because it fits a very unique perspective. It's not something that I'm really doing right now in order for me to keep it, but I ended up keeping it just because I can use it for some other stuff, and it's the ease of use of using the device sometimes kind of outweighs a lot of the stuff. Like, I could just throw this on and not have to worry about it too much, and sometimes it doesn't even crack, or I don't really have to check that it works. I do anyway, but so far the build on this product is very outstanding, and there's a lot of stuff I just don't have to worry about it. So it is something I would recommend, especially if you are like right now. I'm using my Sony a6300. This mic was easy to put on it, and my camera is already a small form factor, so just having another small mic to go with it is actually a pretty good comparison and a very good duo. With that being said, yeah, on normal cases, since I do have a lot of the microphones, and I feel like that my Smith Victor, which only came out to me at $30, I feel like gives even a clearer channel when it comes to my voice, that I will probably still be doing my videos on that microphone and still only using this sometime. And if I was on a budget, of course, and I was using the other, I knew I was going to use the other microphone for most of my videos, I would not buy this at all or even attempt it, because I would already had a good microphone to use. And sometimes probably you might be in that same situation, and you're probably thinking of this, maybe going up and saying, oh, I'm going to get a better microphone. But I do, as my personal experience, do want you to consider the fact you should be using this microphone if you're going to have those nice on-the-go moments, and not something that is a standalone inside your house or living room. I could make this mic work a lot better if I had the sound things behind me. That way I have a more controlled environment, and it wouldn't the sound wouldn't be bouncing off, and it wouldn't sound like I'm so spread out, even though I'm in a very closed room with the fan having to go on because it's hot. But if I already paid $60 for something, I don't want to buy more stuff to make this work. Again, when my $30 option works just as well. Everybody, thank you for watching today's video. If you liked it, please hit the like button and share with anybody else you think you might like it. And if you like the content I do put out and want to see more, please hit the subscribe button. But until then, hopefully everything that you saw today will help you make a better and a more informed decision tomorrow.